and welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Rachael Podolsky, and today we are in front of the Climate Pledge Arena here in the heart of Uptown in Seattle. Let's go in and check it out. I'm here with the Executive Vice President and General Manager, Steve Mattson. Thank you for having us today.
It's good to have you.
Steve and I have known each other for a little while, and I really appreciate you taking the time to let us come in and stand here without anybody walking around in front of this really cool living wall. Tell us a little bit about where we're standing, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about the name Climate Pledge Arena.
All right, great to have you here. So we're standing, yes, on the main concourse at Climate Pledge Arena. The living wall here is representative of really one part of our sustainability within the building. So the sustainability you can put back to a number of factors. We took this project on, and the most sustainable feature that we started with was retaining the roof, retaining the glass that dated back 60 years ago to the World's Fair. As we got deeper into this project, we take on a relationship with Amazon and ultimately their climate pledge initiative, which was to become carbon zero by 2040. As we get deeper into the relationship, we essentially curated the building in a number of ways, complicated, expensive ways, and things like the living wall came out of this.
One of the reasons that we wanted to feature the Climate Pledge Arena today is because it has brought so much life back to Seattle and just the downtown corridor in general. There's just so many vibrant communities, and as a realtor, it is so nice to have something right here downtown that's bringing people in. Sometimes I think people in big city centers are thinking it's going to be a real pain to get to a venue. This is such an accessible venue, and I think, thank you for fixing the acoustics from Key Arena. I really appreciate that.
I can go on both points you just addressed. So the sustainability feature here and the passion behind it has a lot of different wings, and one of them is we had probably the number one stigma of coming to Key Arena was the parking and the transit getting to and from. So a number of investments occurred with the Seattle Department of Transportation. We bought half the monorail. We embedded in every ticket for every event the Orca card. So you have public transit when you buy that ticket for the Globetrotters, the Kraken.
I didn't know that.
Concerts.
Really?
So that is embedded. And what you've done is you've allowed the transit process to be so much better managed, less vehicles on the road. The parking we've invested in as well. So I think check that box.
Yeah.
Number one stigma. You speak to the acoustics. Early on, we made a decision, the passion of music in this market, that music would be our second tenant, and it has been. We are now, I mentioned 26 months in, we've done 130 concerts, and we are a must-play in the music industry. The concerts were also created with a lot of infrastructure like acoustic treatments, where the artists arrive, where their artist quarters are at and their proximity to the stage. All those things were done with a very careful eye. What does the music industry need to play here?
Yeah. And I can definitely, for myself, thank you. You've hosted me a few times. Every concert is so amazing. The sound is so good. The food is so good. Everything is just so much fun. You don't need to go to dinner first. I mean, you come to the arena and have a wonderful evening, and thank you. It's just, the whole experience is really incredible. I hear that you won a couple awards, that this is kind of a big deal.
You need to try to get us to admit that we're not humble here. But we are very humble in having been recognized by our industry. Number of different ways. Sustainability, we've been recognized in a really unique certification this past year from ILFI, International Futures, Living Futures Institute, which really recognized we're the first arena to be zero carbon. It doesn't occur in our industry. Other things are more in our industry, in music, winning new music venue by Polestar last year and up for Arena of the Year this year. Sports Business Journal recognized us as the Sports Facility of the Year last year. So a number of hardware on the mantle, but we're quite humble.
Well, congratulations. I think a humble brag is definitely totally worthy. You definitely do not want to miss visiting us here. And there's just so much here in Seattle in general. We're right here by Seattle Center. I mean, we're in the center of Seattle Center. So please come down, visit the arena. Steve Mattson, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right, I had so much fun showing you some of the special features here at Climate Pledge Arena. There are so many cool spaces here. I hope you guys get out here and check it out. Thank you to Climate Pledge Arena, and thank you especially to Steve Mattson. And I am your host, Rachael Podolsky. We will see you next time on The American Dream.